really fascinated with all the speakers, so that was a pleasure as well. Well, I'm an arts-based therapist, like you said, and I'm an arts-based therapy educator, which means that I run the arts-based therapy course, which is called Anantara Arts-Based Therapy. And since you mentioned Sandplay, I would like to mention that I actually, what I go after is non-verbal therapies, because
Yes.
as a counselor, within a very short while, I realized that, well, speaking most of the time helps up to a certain extent, because a large part of what needs healing cannot be expressed, or, either because we are not capable of it, or because we are not even aware of it. So it is so deep within that we need to have another means of knowing and then healing it. First, just let you know that all of this non-verbal healing is something that doesn't mean that people don't talk at all. But of course, the idea that there is a holistic approach to this kind of therapy. And so to begin with, I'm talking about arts, which is all kind. Arts is not just visual arts, which is as it's understood, by common people. But arts, the integrated arts that I'm talking about involves visual art, which means painting, drawing, sculpture. But it also includes other means, which is drama and theater, which helps us express in the voice and body movement. It also includes rhythm, and again, rhythm, I mean music and rhythm. And you might be aware that sound and time have a very close connect, and with the idea of having rhythms in our life around us, in terms of times of the day, times of the year, the months, etc. These are rhythms, and again, they are related to time, and so are the rhythms as we play music, and that has a deep healing effect on the mind and body. I don't want to make it too long at this time, but what I want to say is, when we look at arts-based therapy or even sand play therapy, we are looking at holistic healing. And what I like is a quote by Dr. W. Winnicott, which he said that, he was a psychologist, one of the earliest ones. And he said that when we look at health and holistic, life, then the absence of illness cannot be called as good health. What is good health is having a sense of flourishing deep within. So that means, our achievement in terms of being well has to not have that low bar that we set ourselves of not having disease. Rather, we have to be happy and flourish. Only then can we truly say that we have healed, or that we can heal ourselves, and therapy often helps. So from there, because of the COVID situation, neither my sand play therapy course has taken off. We have to wait until everything comes back to normal, because my teachers are going to be coming from US and UK. So we'll wait for that. But my arts-based therapy course, which is totally local, is also on a pause. And that again is, as it should be, because therapy cannot be done online. There is a somewhere that we have to draw the line. So that course is not happening. And many people were asking me to do something in lieu of the course, because they were missing and they were at home. So I've come up with this healing with arts workshop. And the difference between therapy and healing, just to say briefly, is healing is a sense of well-being. Therapy needs a little bit of scientific observation, a knowledge of not just your tools, which is the artistic tools, but also an understanding of the patient. I'm specifying this because most people use therapy very loosely. And I'm saying that when we say arts-based therapy, we are talking about actually being trained as a healthcare professional would be. So when I'm doing this workshop on healing with arts, I'm actually looking at just visual arts, because again, it's online. There are slight limitations to that. So I'll be looking at painting and drawing and other visual arts like sculpture. And I'm launching the workshop on 19th, and it's about 4 sessions. And the idea that arts since ancient times we have never in India, at least in the Indian context, looked at arts simply for how beautiful they look. They have always had the objective of healing. And there were we have plenty of scientific theory on how integrated arts help. But now even we have the scientific backing. So it's the traditional methods and the modern ways of going about with, working with arts. So if everyone is ready, I would like to, take you through one short exercise just to, because arts is mostly experiential. I can talk for the next 4 hours, but that wouldn't make a difference. It actually helps to have a little experience in understanding how we have to connect not just our thinking, but also our emotions and our aspect of will, the aspect of movement and intent, because only thinking about something, only feeling strongly about something will not necessarily achieve the well-being that we are looking towards, or will not necessarily cure you. But what does help is having a positive intent. So if you have a piece of paper with you, if you don't, you can take maybe 30 seconds.
Guys, take 30 seconds and bring a piece of paper with you guys. I'm sure
And
you're
maybe a couple of colors, pens or crayons, and just,
get
anything that
papers,
you might have.
crayons, colors, whatever you have, just get that. Wonderful. We give you 30 seconds to 1 minute. Go get it. Get a paper. If art could heal you, which it does, and there are such simple ways of healing, why not use it?
Absolutely. Yes. And what I would urge people is that if, like this, it's going to be a very short exercise. If, people know that these are tools that can actually make a big difference, and understand that it's a practice. So practice implies what? That it cannot be done once and then you say that, okay, for a little while it helped. You have to continue to do it at regular intervals. Only then can anything happen, right? I often give the example of brushing your teeth. If someone told you you have to brush your teeth probably every day, twice a day, you would be, like, would you be wondering about that? Of course not. Yeah, we do that every day. Yeah. So why not occasionally indulge in some activities that can work towards your well-being, arts being one of it. We often go after the intellectual, goal-oriented things, and we forget about the process orientation that arts therapy has. So just let's enjoy the process. And if everyone is ready,
Is
I would
everybody
like,
ready? Just give me a thumbs up, guys. If everybody is ready, just go on the reaction button and put your reactions there. Or you can put in the chat. Very good.
thank
Just
you.
put a thumbs up. Yes, wonderful.
And to wake everyone else up here, if you can,
Hello, Jao.
in the chat, I would know if everyone is up or not with the chat. So in the chat, if you can simply put one word about what you think about, arts. How do you engage with the arts? Any one word will do. Get on the chat box and quickly write one word. Life. Nice.
Hello, guys. You can do this.
Yes.
One word.
Meditation. Thank you. Creativity. Lovely. I'm waiting for a couple more and then we can start.
Just to let
Express. Nice. Yes.
that today we are completing 196 sessions.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Imagination. Thank you. Dance. Yes. Why not?
शुक्र है जागे हुए हैं.
Huh? Yes. Okay. Great. Everyone, just settle down wherever you're sitting.
Even on Facebook, many are
Yes.
awake.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely.
Okay. Self-assessment. That's nice. Yes.
Yes.
Why not?
Even on the Facebook, you guys can write down what does art mean to you.
Yes, please. And if you do it in one word, then there is clarity in your thinking as well, isn't it? So, yeah. So just sit back comfortably wherever you're sitting. I would like you to rest your feet nicely, firmly grounded on the ground. So, be aware that your feet are touching the ground. Keeping your backs upright. If you're leaning back, then don't completely lean your weight back, because that way your spine is not straight. I'm going to take you through a very short visualization so that we are centered before we begin with our art practice. So just, and keep your hands in your lap or in any comfortable position and close your eyes. And just let go. If you are uncomfortable closing your eyes completely, then you may just lower your gaze and Make sure that you are not getting distracted by anything visual or auditory that's happening around you. And if you're ready, we can begin now. In order to center yourself now, take 3 long, deep breaths. With every inhalation, make sure you're more and more centered. With every exhalation, let go of the distractions. And after 3 breaths, let yourself simply be in the flow of whatever is about to happen. Flow with the story. Find yourself as being a seed, a small black seed. And as you're becoming aware of yourself as a seed, you also become aware that you're lying at the bottom of a pond. And now as you're bringing awareness to yourself as a seed, I would like you to hold in both hands. You can open your eyes slightly without disturbing yourself. The two color pens or the implements that you have, and the paper in front of you, and begin to move slowly on the paper, slow scribbles as you go with the flow, going back to being the seed. And now, as the seed, you're ready to sprout. So find yourself sending out roots deep into the mud. And as you're sending your scribbles out, you can pause and do one hand at a time and then the other. And feel the sensations of doing both hands and alternate hands. And send out the stem now and find yourself rising up towards the surface of the water and find the light. And as you see the light, send out the shoots and find yourself blooming from being a bud to being a glorious lotus flower. Looking up to the sun, feeling the rays of the sun upon your face, into your heart. Take a moment to be aware of the roots as they are grounded. And be aware of the sun on your face. And now you can stop. And without putting the pens down, just look at the scribbles that you have done. And if you can all put on your camera and show it to me and see each other's. Thank you. Yes. Yes, nice. We have something else to do from here. Nice. Yes, that's beautiful. And if you look at each other's, you'll see how different they are for everyone. Yes. Oh, you've got into the flower. How lovely. Nice. Good. Beautiful. Flowers have already come about. Nice. What I would like you to all do is in the scribbles, in the midst of the scribbles, find two shapes, any two shapes, and you can take a third color pen or simply highlight two shapes. Find two beautiful shapes that have meaning for you. Can you tell me what shapes you found? If you can unmute or write. Sun and green sprout. Beautiful. Yes.
Love and hope.
Wonderful. Superb.
I got the fire and the growth.
Fire and the growth. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Would anyone else like to share?
Also feels like a vortex.
There you are. Yes.
Love and passion.
Love and passion. Thank you so much. Bud and flower. Yes. In most cases, if you look closely, you will spot the shape that is actually speaking to you metaphorically. So whatever that shape, the two shapes mean to you, find a story for yourself, because you've let go from the intellect into your body and the senses in your body and the feelings that were invoked. So if anyone would like to share their experience, we would like to know, or simply just write what you think. How was it writing with both hands? How would like to say?
I'll begin. It felt just so amazing because I could use both the hands very comfortably actually.
Hmm.
And when you said go down into the roots, it felt like, it just felt right. You know how it feels? This feels like the gut, and this feels like the top part, and this feels like my two hands, and this feels
Yes,
like my legs.
exactly. The shape is actually, which is coming from within. That's absolutely right.
Yeah,
The, even in the scribbles, we can make meaning out because we've gone with the flow.
yes. And it just,
Lovely.
when you said go to the sunlight, it felt that even in the dark night, there was sunlight.
Thank you. Yes.
I would really like others to share, guys. Share ban ke share karo.
You know what? I would like to share.
Go ahead.
The moment you started telling that you can use both your hands, I remembered one of our childhood school friend, Daphne. I still remember her name. And I used to be odd. She used to write. She was ambidextrous, and she could write with both her hands. So especially while writing paper, I used to envy her. I said, "What blessed child she is." Like both the hands she can use. So she completes her paper. She should complete in half the time. But of course, she would take little longer. But I used to keep admiring her talent, and I would always say, and today I did it. I mean, I've never used both my hands, and this was the first time I used. And it was beautiful. I mean, it's a lovely expression. We have never used the second hand.
Yeah.
So I think we are wasting God's lovely creation. And you have taught me today to use both my hands, and I will make sure that I use them both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Anybody else would like to share?
Yes, Seera.
I would like to share when you said that use both hands. For a minute, I felt, I don't know how this is going to work out. But as I started using the hands, I saw it was very easy. The flow was very, very easy, and I kept growing bigger and bigger. That told me that we actually are, abundant in everything. We actually put restrictions on ourselves, and we inhibit ourselves from growing or flowing or doing things differently. So that
Yes.
told me that. And when I wrote love and hope, it was amazing because that came out from within me. Life is love.
Absolutely.
And right now, with the situation being terminated from the job, the hope is telling me, yes, I have to be hopeful. I can't feel differently. So it was something that I already had within me, but looking at it on paper gave me a better sense and a different perception to life. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And that you brought up an important point, because this is the state that we are in now, and it's important to acknowledge. So moment to moment awareness is what we go for when we are looking at the arts, and the expression when it comes from within, and we see it for ourselves, then we are totally convinced. We don't need someone else to tell us that we have it within us, isn't it? Because it's experiential. Thank you so much.
Yes, I'm also an artist myself.
Beautiful. Thank you.
So I do only Lord Krishna paintings, and I just have one painting that I'm currently doing. So I'm really glad that I could connect with you today. I'm humbly grateful.
Me too. Thank you so much.
In fact, you should join what she's starting on the 19th. I mean, I highly recommended to join her course, and I will be joining. So,
Yes,
guys there.
definitely.
See you guys
I will
there.
ask Pratima for it. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
I will be sending all of you details. If you want to join the group where the details will be put, please send me your number. My number is 99308-98116. I repeat my number again. If you want details of this and invites for other programs which keep happening every Tuesday, every Friday, and every Sunday, just send me your number or just say, hey, I'm interested, add me to the group. My group name is, my phone number is 990898116. Name is Anu Mehta. Okay, wonderful. Anybody else would like to share? ऐसे लगता है बंद दरवाजों के पीछे और बंद खिड़कियों के पीछे सब टूट रहा है.
Come on, guys, we can
Well,
do
there
this.
is some, I think there is some clutter here which I need to clear up.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
I highlighted these two shapes. I don't know what it means, but it likes a lot of cluttering. I need to clean up some space up in my head.
Sure, why not? If that's the message at this moment, that's great.
Wow,
Thank you.
Bharat. Wow,
Thank you.
Bharat.
Superb.
Thank you, Bharat, for that. Anybody else? Dr. Varsha, Dr. Deepali, इतने सारे लोग बैठे हैं. कुछ तो बोलो.
I just need to say something. We are not here to judge anybody. We
Exactly.
should be sharing. Please
I
go
will
ahead
just-
and share, guys.
I'll just
Nobody
share
is
my
judging us.
experience with Dr. Pratima Goel. Can I talk 2 minutes, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
I would like to share something about Dr. Pratima Goel, ma'am. We are into a group where we are supporting the children after 10th standard. After SSC United Fellowship program is there, we are sponsoring all the girls, and we are both mentor in that group. So I feel connected to her also. And thank you, Anashri ma'am. I could draw that sprout and a sun, which was showing that the growth. You should never stop. You should always keep growing.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, Varsha ma'am.
Any questions you have for Ms. Vanishiri? Any questions you have for her? Okay. So we're kind of good. Would you like to say something in conclusion?
No questions, looks like. Well, it was lovely to be here, and it was nice to have more people know a little bit about arts and how it can be used for well-being and therapy. So if you enjoyed this, then it's entirely my pleasure. And continue to at least give your, non-intellectual side some air from time to time. That's my
Very
humble
important.
request to all of you.
Very important.
Yeah.
I will be putting up, I've put both of you into the group, and you must have already seen yourself being included in the group of more than 200 people. Yes.
I'm not there.
I added you already.
Okay. So
I just want you to
Thank you.
know the adverts are not allowed there, but I will be putting on your YouTube and putting a special message with that. You could send it to me, the advert, and then if I put forth, then it's a different story. Otherwise, we do not allow any adverts. You're going to promptly otherwise get a message. Please remove your advert. Please. That's
Sure.
not for advert.
yeah, that's right. For any group to be in harmony, it is important.
Absolutely.
that we don't use that platform.
Absolutely. I'm just going to put everything off right now and put a song for you guys before we go. So that is